Hi guys, welcome to Timah's YouTube channel. So if you're interested in learning how to cut this beautiful dress right here and how to sew it as well, this video is a video you want to see from the very beginning till the end. It is going to have two parts. Okay, this is the first part and I'll be posting the other part after this video. So after posting a short clip about on this beautiful dress, I got a lot of messages from people that showed interest, and I said, why not let us just go ahead and show you guys a very brief tutorial. Okay, so the first thing to do is just go ahead and draft your skirt pattern. I've done that already. I'm not going to be showing that. Then after drafting your front skirt, you place it on your folded fabric, and then you are going to add your zipper allowance and draft your back skirt as well. Then you come down by 1 inch on the waistline for the back, and then you are going to connect it all the way to your seam allowance. Okay, so this is so as to avoid gaping of the back when you are done snatching your waist. So you are going to go ahead and cut your lining, go and line it and do whatever you want to do with the skirt part. This tutorial is going to be brief but detailed at the same time. Now this is where the work begins. So I am about to start cutting the corset here. The first thing to do is to roll a straight line. Okay, then you are going to put your back measurement, okay, your shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2. After doing that, the next thing to do is to impute your neck width of 3 inches and your shoulder slope of just 1 inch. Then to get your chest line, you are going to go ahead and divide your bust by 6 and add 1.5 inches. Whatever the value is where your chest line is located. Go ahead and put your bust value divided by 4 and add your ½ inch of seam allowance. Then you proceed to locate where your waist is going to be. Okay, in my case I used 17 inches for my waist. Go ahead and label like so. After doing that, you are going to put your waist value and add your seam allowance. Note that the natural waist is 28, but because we are going to be making the corset, I reduced it to 26. I mean, that is the least you should do. You can even make it more than that. So next now is to put our hip value and add our allowance. Okay, then you are going to connect like so. Now that is that for that part. And the next we are going to do now is to impute our under bust and our bust point. Okay, so after doing that, you are going to go ahead and roll a straight line like so. Then after rolling, you are going to proceed to label as well. So now that we have done that, the next thing we want to do is to draw out our nipple to nipple. So from your bust point, you are going to impute your nipple to nipple measurement and you are going to roll it out straight like so. So I decided to extend the line a little bit up. So now the next thing to do is to take our side dart. So in this case, I used 1 inch. You can make it 2 inches, 1.5 or whatever. So just know that the difference between your front waist length from that of your back is going to be whatever value you are going to be taking for your side dart at the front, which means since we are taking one here and my front waist length is 17, your back is going to be subtracted by 1, then you have 16. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and eradicate the dart like so. You can cut it out, or in this case I'm using the tape to just hold it down in place. You can see the way I just went about the folding of the dart, and then after holding it down with your tape, then we can proceed to do the next thing. Okay, now you are going to correct your waist measurement. Can you see there was a little bit of shortage? You are going to proceed to correct it, and after making that correction, you are going to go ahead and cut. Okay, so now after cutting, the next thing we want to do now is to impute our bust bridge. So in this case, it is 1 inch we are going to be using. Some people will do ½ inch, but for the sake of this style, it is 1 inch. The bust bridge is a little bit wide, so 1 inch is okay. Now you are going to go ahead and take your bra cup, whatever bra cup you are using. So this is me extending my bust bridge line a little bit upward here, and writing out my label. Okay, so the next thing now is to place your bra cup. Can you see your ready-made bra cup, whatever ready-made bra cut you are using. Note that I have already gone ahead to enhance this bra cut. I'll be showing you later on in this same video. So now what is happening here is that you place your tape on your shoulder and you are going to take it all the way down and across the bra cup until you get your actual underbust measurement. Note that your initial underbust measurement might not work for this particular Dartless method style again. So you are going to keep measuring it until you get your actual underbust, and that new place is going to be your new underbust. After getting your actual underbust, you want to hold this cup gently like so. Can you see? And you are going to proceed to just draw out the shape of the cup. Don't press it down, just hold it gently with care, with so much care, okay? And you're going to proceed to draw out the shape like I just did here. Then after that, I'm going to just proceed to give it that my sweetheart neckline, okay? Can you see how it looks? Then after doing that, you don't cut directly on the shape of the cup that we already drew. You are going to draw a 0.5-inch sewing allowance. This allowance is what you are going to be using to be joining back your cup to the bodies of your front. Okay, now that we have done that, we proceed to take care of the depth of our neck. So in this case, because it is going to be a turtleneck, so we I use my depth is 3 inches and my width is about 2.75 or so. So now you go to the armhole and you are going to take care of the armhole. If you don't know how to go about all these things, I mean the armhole thing, you can check my previous videos. You would actually see a detailed tutorial on that. So now the next thing is just to proceed to detach our yoke from our bodies. Okay, I believe if you are here learning this particular styles, it means somewhere somehow you are a pro already, or you are in between being a pro or so. So let us even set that aside. I'm kidding. So now you are going to go ahead and keep cutting like so. Okay, you detach your yoke from your bodies and you set your bodies aside. And please do not forget to label your yoke, because the back is going to be having a yoke too. Okay, now at this point, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, you are going to be missing so much, as we'll be dropping more beautiful tutorials like this on this particular channel. You can see that this is already given, the pattern is already giving what it should give already. So now the next thing to do is just to shape the hem of our bodies like so. So what you want to do is you are going to go up by 3 inches from the hem line, and you are going to take your French cuff, and then you are going to give it that TM shape. Okay, this is important for corset dress. So the body form, whoever is wearing it will be able to sit down comfortably. They won't be having issues sitting down. Okay, and for the length of your top, you go down by 5 inches from your waistline at the front. Okay, that is how you get the perfect length for your top. Now this is the back. I've gone ahead to draw my draw my armhole, my neck, and whatever. So for the neck, I used 2.75 for the width and 1 for the length, and I came down with same value as the front for my shoulder slope, which is 1 inch. And now I've gone ahead to put my bust measurements and the half inch of sewing allowance. Okay, so after doing that, I went ahead to take my front pattern. You can see that it is equal since it's not going to have any zipper allowance. I place it, and you can see the way I'm tracing it out. I'll trace it all the way to the waist, just the waist. Okay, and after doing that, you are going to stop. Then you take your ruler and you are going to connect your back bust to the waist. Okay, this right here is going to make it easy for you while joining. Okay, so that the front and the back is going to align. But note that the front and the back should not be the same shape. So this is me reducing my back, since we are not going to be snatching the bum bum. It is the waist we want to snatch, so just reduce it a little bit. Okay, and then after reducing it, the next we are going to do, so I felt like I should still reduce it a little bit. So you are just going to reduce it a bit. It should not be as long as the front. That is just the key. So after doing that, you are going to proceed to cut, or before cutting, you are going to extend your chest line. Okay, you can see my ruler. Extend your chest line a bit like so. And after extending your chest line, now is the time that we want to determine the shape of our back yoke. Okay, I just went down from my neck by 3 inches, and I took my French curve to give it this beautiful curve. I mean, this is fixed. You can do whatever you like at the back. So after doing that, the next thing we are going to do now is to remove our snatching allowance. So for this particular back, I just deducted 1 inch, but I'm going to advise you to do 2 inches on the upper part and 1 inch on the M line. Then you are going to slant it and cut. It will really make your work more beautiful. Okay, so you are going to proceed to just separate the yoke from the back bodies as well. And please do not forget to label, like I said. So if you have more questions concerning this particular tutorial, please let's make my comment section an interactive one. So we are going to proceed to cut like so, and we are done with drafting of the pattern. Can you see? Then you're going to get rid of that space. Okay, and then that is that for that. Now we are going to proceed to cut on our fabric. So you guys can see that, I'm rolling a half-inch allowance like so. After folding my fabric, then I'm going to roll it all the way, not all the way down, just make it long. Okay, then you're going to take your front fabric or your front pattern paper and place it on it. The reason I'm doing this is because the front is going to be a plunging sweetheart neckline. Okay, if you don't know what a plunging mean, you can just google that, and or even you can search it on YouTube. So you are going to even see it in this tutorial what it means to call something a plunging neckline. So after placing it successfully and using some little support, okay, I decided to add half-inch to the front, to that is going to be for folding. Okay, then you are going to go ahead and cut exactly how the paper is, you can see. So but on the upper part, you are going to add a little bit of allowance like 0.25, and then on the cup area, just cut directly since we had already added 0.5 on the pattern paper. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it directly like so. And you are going to slit open your center front. Don't forget that it is a plunging neckline. We are done with the front like that. The next thing is just to place your back on your folded fabric, just the same way I did for the front. I added 0.5 inch on the M for folding. Okay, and that is me adding a little bit of 0.25 at the top too. So this is going to enable me to add my yoke to the bodies. Okay, and in my case, I don't really do too much seam allowance like that. You can see that is not even up to 0.5 at the top. So we are done with the back too. We are just going to proceed to cutting our sleeve. Fold your sleeve, your sleeve circumference, the largest circumference of your sleeve divided by 2, that is the width, then your normal sleeve length. Okay, so I did not add any allowance to this because this is a stretchy fabric. Okay, there's no need for any allowance. You are going to go ahead and impute the value of your armhole like so. You can see the way I did it. Then I'm trying to confirm if it is accurate, and it was. So the next thing now is to take care of your wrist. You're going to measure your wrist, divide it by 2. Okay, and you're going to impute the value there and add just 0.5 on the wrist, just the wrist alone. I mean, you want your hand to be able to pass through it freely, especially if you are going to be sewing on the wrist area. But yeah, if you are not sewing on the wrist area, don't add any seam allowance. Okay, then after doing this, we are going to proceed to cut. You can see that our sleeve is already ready. Yes, so in this case, I folded it into 4, which means I'm cutting both sleeves together at once. So now we are done with that, and the next thing we are going to do is just to cut it, and we are going to proceed to cut our yoke. So guys, you want to turn on your notification buttons or your notification bell or whatever you call it, so that whenever I drop any juicy tutorial like this, you'll be the first person to see. Okay, and try as much as possible to follow me just to encourage me. Okay, thank you. So now you are going to proceed to notch like this, and you set this aside. The next thing to do now is to cut your yoke. Can you see? You fold it like this and place your yoke. So I think this is the back yoke. Yes, this is the back yoke. You are going to hold it in place. You can use any support around you to just make the whole thing sit down perfectly. Then after doing that, you are going to proceed to chalk out if necessary. But note that I'm going to be adding half-inch allowance just to the parts that I'm going to be joining to my bodies. Okay, you can see that I'm cutting directly close to the paper here. But then when I got to this place, I added 0.5 inch because I'll be joining that place to my bodies. Okay, then you're going to cut on the neck directly as it is on the pattern paper, and you proceed to your shoulder like so, and all the way to your armhole. Okay, corset is really not difficult. You just need to know the right things to do. That is just it. So we are going to cut like that, and we are going to proceed to the cutting of the front yoke. We are done with the back yoke like this. So it is going to be having button. Remember, it is a turtleneck. You are going to slit it open like this. Okay, it is going to be having button, and it is a turtleneck. So this is my front yoke. I'd already gone ahead to place it on my fabric, and this is me cutting it out. So to be able to create your turtleneck, you can just cut a long straight strip and just measure whatever value you have after joining your front and back yoke together to just put that one there. I mean, we should all know how to do that. If you are learning how to make a corset dress, you definitely know how to sew a turtleneck. Let me assume that. So now pay attention to this part. You can see that I am adding 0.5 inch to this part. So that is because I'll be attaching it to the front bodies as well. Can you see? Can you see what I did there? Okay. And every other part, I cut it very close to the paper. Can you see? And now we are good to go. So I said earlier that I'm going to be showing you how to enhance your bra cup. Okay, this is your regular bra cup. You're just going to buy it and fold it on the bottom part. Okay, then you're going to measure ½ inch for the width, and the length is going to be 2.5 inch. Then you're going to give it that dart stitches the way we take our dart. That is how you are going to just sew it, and voila, that is all. You have enhanced your bra cup. You have taken it from a regular bra cup to push up like. You can see the difference between the two cups. Then you proceed to just trim off the excess, and we are done. So that is how you enhance your bra cup. Okay, so now let me show you how you are going to cut, how you are going to draft the pattern for your fabric that you'll be using to cover up your bra cup. You're going to take your bra cup, the one you had already enhanced, and you're going to fold it and place it on a folded pattern paper like this. Can you see? And you are going to draw out the shape. This is like the easiest method of covering your bra cup, your already made bra cup. Can you see? I mean, we are already done. So the reason I folded my pattern paper into three is because it is going to be a three part bra cup. Okay, so I'm just going to proceed to cut out the pattern like so, and guys, voila, that is all. You don't need any stress, you don't need any calculation. Just take your bra cup, place it on your pattern paper, draw out the shape, and you are going to cut like this. I mean, I have paid classes where I'm teaching people all this, but then I just decided to just drop this here since I saw how interested people are in this particular dress. So if you want to learn more, you can just send me a message. I'm going to give you more details about my online classes. They are very affordable and well detailed as well. Can you see our three-part cup is ready? Now the next thing to do is to place your pattern paper on the fabric, and you are going to add 0.5 inch all over it, all around. The reason I'm fast here is because we all know how to add 0.5 to something. I don't want to make this video unnecessarily too long, okay? So you are going to do that for this part. Repeat the same process for the other parts too. Can you see what I did? Repeat the same process for the other part too, and then that is literally all for the cutting of this beautiful style. Okay, the next thing is for us to just take everything, every pieces to your ironing table and iron your interface on it like so. You can see how I've already gone ahead to iron my interface on everything. So guys, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.